is going on, guys? It's your boy Sickman, and I'm here looking at my daddy's sister baby recording. Yo, we're here for another video, and it's another Akedo video. You guys showed some really good support on yesterday's video. Link in the description down below to that video. We talked a little bit about, if Akedo were to go competitive. A lot of y'all seem to be on board with that idea. A lot of y'all do kind of like that concept and want to sort of see Akedo move into that sort of realm of competition. So, I definitely do like to see that type of, thing. You guys know I'm that type of dude who always jumps to the competitive, like the what if, what if this becomes competitive, something like that. I'm that type of guy who always thinks about that. So, to see that there's a group of people who are showing some interest in that as well, that is really amazing. Also, I do want to give a quick, kind of, I guess, apology to my TikTok audience. You guys haven't been seeing me stream a lot lately, and well, like I said in yesterday's video, Maud's kind of saying here as well. She's in and out, so like I said, this is the only time I'm able to even record anything. So just be glad I'm able to record. We'll get back on the streaming at some point, but for now, just kind of deal with this sort of, extreme, I'm trying to keep the channel on track, basically. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep the channel on track in the, downtime of my TikTok right now. So, yeah. But with that being said, let's get into today's video. So, Akedo has a lot of characters, right? We have a bunch of different concepts of characters, even more introduced with Series 2. However, I cannot bear to think about that there's so many missing opportunities for different characters in Akedo, and that's kind of what I want to touch on in this video. So I'm going to be going through and I'm going to be naming my top 5 picks for concepts of new characters in Akedo. So when we hopefully get a Series 3 or Series 4, 5, whatever, if you see these, concepts of characters being introduced, y'all can come back to Sicklander Boy and y'all gonna be like, hey, you were right, you called it. And Moose Toys, don't be afraid to use any of these ideas, because that's the reason why. That's the reason why I'm making this video, is because these ideas, they work so well, and it surprises me again that you guys just haven't capitalized on using them. So, I think it's time to bring some attention to it. Okay, so the first idea for a new character isn't really a new character concept, but more of an expansion upon what we have already established. So a lot of people have pointed out that there's a couple of, things in Akedo in terms of characters and designs or, elements of the story that are references to other games or other types of games and everything like that. Well, one of those things that was brought to my attention was the fact that Series 1 had a yellow ninja, a black ninja, and a white ninja. So I was like, okay, we got a bit of ninjas here. Series 2 comes in, we get another ninja, and it's a blue ninja. And it's like, wait a minute now, hold on. Obviously, I think we know what the reference there is. Sort of like Mortal Kombat, how we have just so many freaking ninjas, and it's kind of like the big thing in Mortal Kombat. So, one thing I would like to see is them continue to make these ninjas characters. I personally wouldn't mind a red ninja next, because that's kind of going to be a reference to Ermac. Ermac is my favorite Mortal Kombat character. Kind of gotta do it, right? But, yeah, I mean, I would love to see the ninja aspect of characters still continue. Even though it's basically like a rescan or a palette swap or whatever you want to call it. That's essentially what Mortal Kombat Ninja started out as. It's just straight up palette swaps. So, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. So, yeah. Continue on the ninja idea. Moving on to number 4. This next one, number 4, I am really surprised that Moose Toys, I'm really surprised that you guys have not taken advantage of this idea yet at all. This should have been a Series 1 thing, and it wasn't, and it's still not a Series 2 thing. So, this is just such a good idea for a character. We need a superhero. Now, I guess some people can argue that Powercorn might be a superhero, but I'm not talking about over-the-top superhero like Powercorn. I'm talking about just generic superhero. You know what I mean? Cape, tights, gotta have the tights, freaking, you know, just regular superhero character. You know what I mean? And, you know, obviously you can't give him a weapon. Just make him a high punch character or something like that. Maybe a high kick character. That'll work too. Plus, another reason why I thought this would be a good idea is because Akedo is fine. We know that they're fine with doing capes, because you've done it on Battle Max. So, if you're okay with doing capes, why not put one on a superhero? Just saying. Okay, so in Akedo, we've had our knights. You know, we now have a queen as well. You know, so I was thinking, all this sort of type of medieval, you know, related characters, you know what I mean? I kind of thought about number 3, a jester. I know a lot of y'all were thinking I was going to say a king. And yeah, while a king would be cool, I think let's touch on that jester real quick though. I do feel like a jester type character could work for Akedo, especially as a high kick warrior. And the reason why is because jesters wear extremely, you know what shoes they wear. You know those shoes that jesters wear and everything like that. They wear those shoes. So they got to be high kick, because ain't nothing the kids want to see more than someone being kicked in the face with a giant shoe like that with the bell on the end or whatever it has on the end. So yeah, I feel like a jester character is really something that needs to be capitalized on, because we have all these knights, we have a queen, we need more like sort of medieval support. Give us a jester. Okay, so for number 2, I was kind of thinking about, what haven't we done yet in Akedo? And I don't know if this is too much for the kids, but at the same time, I know of kid-friendly franchises that have characters like this. So my question is, where's our vampire? Now, while I do know that, you know, the problem with vampires is, of course, blood. You can't have the presence of blood in a kid-friendly franchise like this. But at the same time, I am aware of other franchises that have made vampire characters work without the presence of blood. So, I mean, you know, you could easily implement that type of thing in there. Just kind of dodge around the blood aspect of it. You know what I mean? But still have them be a vampire or something like that. Now, in terms of what type of warrior they could be, I don't really know. I do not really know. You know, vampires are kind of like, yeah, they gotta do something weird in everything. You know what I mean? I don't think in terms of games that there are too many vampires that actually have the same weapon. So, you know, you can kind of give them really anything. So yeah. But that being said, a vampire character wouldn't be too bad. Now, this next one is just kind of where I just let my creativity just go wild. You know what I mean? So this concept is not really something that a lot of people would think of, but I feel like it's a good idea nonetheless. So earlier I mentioned there's a couple of things in Akedo that may or may not be references to other gaming franchises. For example, Hayashi's name might be a reference to Heihachi from Tekken, as well as Shreddy Bear's inspiration. I think we know what the inspiration came from there as well. Which, if anyone is watching, if there are any game designers watching this, Five Nights at Shreddy's, let's make it happen. You know, I'm on board with that. But I feel like something kind of caught my attention when I was just looking at the Akedo Warriors. I noticed something that could be done. So the initial thing that sparked this idea was when I looked at some of the Akedo Warriors, and I realized that some of them have swords. Then I looked at Sunshadow, and I realized he had 2 swords. Okay. Then I looked at the likes of Glitchblade and Ultravolt, and I realized they have the exact same swords, but they're just 2 different colors. Okay. Then I looked at characters like Screenshot, and I realized Moose Toys is okay with having characters with completely different head shapes. Moose Toys, hear me out. Money making idea right here. Hear me out. Good idea for a character right here. Right? The head's going to be shaped a little bit differently. Why? Because they're wearing a VR headset. Okay? VR headset. They have 2 swords. Okay? One's blue. The other one's red. A Beat Saber inspired character, dude. Y'all can't tell me that is not a good idea, and it wouldn't work perfectly for Akedo. That type of that creativity and stuff like that is the thing that we are looking for in the characters for Akedo. And I feel like a Beat Saber inspired character, just like, you know, subtle reference, but also like a wow, like, of course this is a Beat Saber, like, you know, I just feel like that'd be such a good idea. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys, like, you know, love these, you know, kind of ideas and everything like that for new characters and stuff. Because, you know, like I've said this once before, I'll say it again. I think Akedo was guaranteed to have a Series 3 at this point, you know, with how successful it is and everything. But if you guys have some ideas of new characters or new concepts for characters, let me know in the comments. And, yeah. We'll see if that ends up happening, you know what I mean? Like I said, if any of these 5 ideas that I've mentioned here end up happening in future series of Akedo, well then, y'all want to come back to me. So, but yeah, also, I believe there is a new Akedo episode coming out today. If it is, I will, you know, react to it, but y'all won't see the video today, y'all will probably see that tomorrow, because I know how I roll. But, yeah. But, so I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hope to see you guys in a future video as well. Don't forget to check out my other Akedo content. I'll leave a link to the playlist in the description. And, with that being said, peace out and reach for the stars.